The 4-star featured arena ranks are broken. I respond to Unofficial Kabam Mike's call out, and Dr. Bong could have been an MCOC champion. Yes, hello everybody and welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions news for Monday. Hi, how you doing? You doing alright? You better be. We've got a jam-packed news for you with loads of different stories from stuff that's happened over the weekend, and as well as some stuff that you may have missed off. Obviously, that's Marvel Contest of Champions news. We get all those juicy things and give you a little 10 to 12 minute video about community stuff. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, and as well make sure post notifications on all, because when I get some information, some scoops, I'll keep you informed with what's going on. Yes. But before I go anywhere, I just want to give a massive thank you to my current Patreons, YouTube members, and as well Twitch subs. Now you can give a free Twitch sub if you have an Amazon Prime account. Make sure to renew because it does really help out the channel if you can. Instructions of how to do that are in the description down below. And as well on Twitch, I've set up some more emotes, so whenever I do Twitch stream, which will probably be while I'm editing this video, and as well I'll be doing some other streams very soon, you can then use some of these new emotes. Yay. So let's take the Thor hammer and smash ourselves into Monday's news. News kicks off today with the 6-star hero crystal for 9,000 units. It's not something that has gone down particularly well with a lot of summoners, especially a lot of people taking to the forums in order to have their say. The main response to this is all about, well, what's going on in the world at the moment and how this can be a very difficult time to see these deals. Kabam obviously do emphasize that you don't have to buy these deals, but obviously having them there is kind of saying, look, we're still pushing this out to people. And again, like, the response from the community is that, yes, this doesn't really seem to be a good time for something quite like this. With Kabam Mika responding to this thread and as well it being closed or taken down at some point, saying, thank you all for your feedback on this offer. I've passed it on to the team. We understand that many different people are affected in many different ways by the current world conditions. Not every offer is going to appeal to everybody, and there will never be any offer that is right for every summoner. We will never force anybody to purchase content that they do not want. And at this time, I would recommend that you just look over your units and go, look, well, maybe I'll just open up a load of Cavalier crystals, grind out units in arena, especially if you're like, well, I don't want to get any permanent content done, or maybe you do, utilizing your units for different things. And as well, look, let's base it on the fact that 9,000 units, RNG may or may not give you a terrible 6-star. So I think it's one of these situations that I think a lot of people will pass on that deal. This before, but he's not the craziest character we have ever considered, not by a long shot. What? Him? But in all seriousness, this character really hasn't done much in Marvel Comics. Yes, he's had a few run-ins with Howard the Duck, where he was first introduced, and as well had some run-ins with Spider-Man, but apart from that, nothing really of an impressive character to actually put in game. And I hear he's a bit of a bellend. I think only British people might get that bellend joke. Bellend. Next up, and one big story which we'll be trying to reference at the end of this video when we talk about predictions, because it does make this a bit difficult, and that is the 4-star featured arena. As you can see here, there is an obvious bug in that it says rank 1 to 50. Now it doesn't say about the stretch to 800 in order to get the 4-star version of Terrax. This was something obviously very disappointing to see yesterday, that this arena was not working as intended, especially from the ranking perspective. Obviously, I got copied into this one, and I did, before I went to bed, just kind of make sure to find out what was going on. And Kabam Mika was quick on response to say definitely a bug and looking into it. And I think the further update that I've had is that Kabam will look to get this sorted today, whether or not, because this has already gone out, the rewards have already gone out for this. You know, they're going to have to send out the ones for the full 800. So again, it does put into question what the predictions will be, because people were picking up the champion at about 13 mil and even higher for those that may have gone for Warbound and other things as well. Also, don't forget to check out episode 10 of the Contest Round podcast. If you're not familiar, this is the podcast that myself and Dan at Frontline MCOC do together on a Sunday. And what we do is we look at the week's things, we have a special guest, and this week we'll be discussing lots of things like Hulkbuster Beta, the Incursions, version 26.1, and so many other things. Even having little deep dives into things like the rebalancing and how we kind of feel about this if they were to kind of push this more, and the kind of scuffy nature of this whole process from Kabam's perspective. Go and give us a watch, a listen, because we're on everything: Spotify, iTunes, etc, etc. Uh-oh, looks like Marvel did an oopsie. Yeah, for a lot of people that don't know, it was meant to be kept quiet when the Incursions were going to be released in-game, especially because Kabam wanted to make a lot of hype around this. You know, they wanted to fly out a load of the MCOC community people from the CCP and extended and outer areas, so not just about the CCP but others, flying into Vancouver to test out the Incursions, which obviously with this stuff going on at the moment, it's just not possible, but wanted to create hype, and they are still trying to create hype around this event. But it looks like Marvel decided to leak the information of when Incursions are going live. Now, Kabam, we're trying to keep this under wraps, but obviously Marvel decided to put in this article stuff that's going on. Obviously, it's not a moment too soon. With stuff going on at the moment in the world, it's nice to have something new, fresh, and as well exciting about the game. Something that, you know, allows players to co-op a lot better, and as well could be a better implementation than Dungeons has been. Although people did like Dungeons, so I'm not putting too much shade on Dungeons. It just wasn't something for me, but I know there are people that did like it in its format. But this new co-op mode is going to be quite exciting. The article goes on to say, stay connected with your friends in this 2-player co-op mode as you take on Ultron's domain together. The evil robot has digitized the battle realm, creating a twisted version of the contest in which the only victor is him. Summoners can jack into Ultron's world, hack the rules, and face his ever-increasing set of impossible challenges. Expect game-breaking buffs, diverse champion encounters, and some of the most challenging battles yet. And all this drops on the 8th of April 2020. Could be exciting time. Next up, and in response to Unofficial Kabam Mike. So if you're not familiar, Unofficial Kabam Mike does fantastic videos. Link is in the description to his channel. You should go and check him out because, like I said, they're fantastic videos. But I got a little bit of a call out from him. And in this community post, it says, hey guys, if you're watching this post, I have a humble request. Kindly report to Kabam about Starlords shock damage. It's not increasing based on combo meter after February update. My Starlord stats are 565, 200 sig, and obviously I'm copied in as well as the other two MCC YouTubers, Prof Hoff, and as well RichTheMan of Legends. But obviously there was a few responses saying basically yes, there is a forum post currently active at the moment about this problem, and as well Kabam aren't really doing anything. Or are they? Now, as I know a lot of you are aware, I spend a lot of time cultivating Marvel Contest Champions news to be informative, helpful, and as well going into lots of forum posts, which I've been doing, and as well covering this story probably about a month to 2 months after it dropped in December. There's always really been a problem with Starlord and as well his Electro gun, and as well maybe the way that he scales and some other stuff that Kabam are aware of but haven't overly looked into this, and especially it's got worse over the last couple of months. Plenty of evidence and info has been presented to Kabam, as you can see in this image here, showcasing the way that, well, let's face it, that shock damage isn't scaling at all. The last response from Kabam on the subject was pretty disappointing, especially saying the team has been looking into this and has not yet been able to replicate the issue under the circumstances presented or any similar circumstances. We've tried to recreate the issue. If you have any new information on circumstances that you see consistently leading to this issue, you can let us know and we'll pass them on to the rest of the team. And yeah, this is a pretty sad situation, and it's getting more and more absurd. You know, and Kabam can't say sorry because it seems to be the hardest word. Elton John, sorry, seems to be the hardest word. Great song. But the fact of the matter is that well done to the guys that have been keeping this active, and as well Unofficial Kabam Mike for obviously doing his bit with kind of pointing this out. And it looks like after 2 months, We might be getting some answers. Yay! So I personally feel with the new 6-star being put in as well, Kabam, looking at this a bit more, this might have led to a bigger push from them to actually get this sorted. Obviously based on the push from the forums, the activity from Unofficial Kabam Mike, and so many other people that have pressurized Kabam on looking at this, it looks like those that love their Starlord are getting something good. With Kabam Exhibit saying, hey there, the team has a resolution for this that they should be able to implement in the next update. Yay! Unofficial Kabam Mike, you have summoned me and I have delivered. Thank you very much to the UKM community, the Unofficial Kabam Mike community. Hello to you all. And yeah, this is excellent news, and obviously well done on the community for kind of like pushing towards getting this sorted, because it has been there for a very long time. And hopefully those that like Starlord, because people do like that combo building champion, not as much obviously where Aegon is the key one at the moment, but he's still pretty good, he's still fun, you know, he can still do stuff. So yeah, good news for next update. And now finally onto arena predictions. These are really weird. There's been so many problems with arena this week, whether or not it's Terrax going too high as a 5-star and also the 4-star issue. So my predictions, I will not be including the 4-star one because it is difficult at the moment to pinpoint based on this problem, and as well, like, Kabam won't be able to kind of give us an indication until, like, well, I just don't think we'll be able to do a prediction for the 4-star featured at all. And as well, if I say 12 mil, that would be incorrect, because let's face it, when this is all rectified, it's probably going to be cut-offs at about 10.5 mil. But let's leave out the 4-star. The 5-star, however, again, went ridiculously high, which we'll have a look at in a minute. But obviously, my prediction down below at the moment is 58 mil. The basic, which is the 4-star version of Miss Marvel, that one 1.6 mil. Again, based on results in a moment, we'll see. And as well, the 3-star, thanks and shout out to, I think it's Dollarante on Twitter, who said that he got it for 1 mil. So, you know, I'm even going with like 1.2 mil for the 3-star, because the 3-star has now gone ridiculously low. So there's a lot of stuff going very weird with Arena at the moment. So that's just that confirmation from Dolonti there, that 1 to 10% got him the champion. And as well, like, you know, I think it's 1.2, it's got to be, but it's so weird what is going on at the moment with Arena. Shout out to Bruno, who puts that 1.6 mil to confirm that Miss Marvel, and obviously that's what I think for round 2. Now, I have seen someone pick up position 74 for 62 mil, and obviously this showcases what's closer to the 151. So it is more than likely it's going to be close to that 58 mil cutoff. It may be about 55, 56 when the dust has settled, when the full results come in. But let's face it, people are going ridiculously high for a champion. I didn't really think was overly good, but better as a defensive option. But there we have it. That has been Marvel Contest of Champions news. Lots of stories today, but as well, check out some fresh content up here. Check out some supporting links over there. And as well, membership, if you did want to become a member, it's completely up to you. Thanks very much for supporting the channel, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.